Welcome back to Athletic Everyday, day number 338. Today's session on the agenda was acceleration sprints to start out. Variety of different start types, 10 meters. Main focus here is good quality acceleration mechanics, as well as just potentiating me for the rest of the workout, which was a primarily weightlifting focused workout. This was actually a pretty high volume workout, lots of stuff here. I'm still getting used to doing both snatch and clean and jerk in a workout, or their variants at least. Usually in the past when I was programming workouts for myself, I would have like a sprint or a jump component at the start. Optimally I would maybe do it as a 2-a-day so I can sprint in the morning and then do like strength training in the evening. I find that often works the best because it gives me the rest of the day to relax, and then I can go and hit the strength training, whether that's squats, pulls, deadlifts, whatever it is, extra hard. If needs must, I can do it all in one session as well. So the sprints were, they were good fun. It probably took me about 10-15 minutes. Main focus of the session, again, was the weightlifting. So started out here with a snatch complex. Really fun snatch complex, this actually. It was kind of inspired by Dozer weightlifting. I saw him doing I don't know if it's his particular variant of a clean, but basically he did like a clean pull and then went straight down, dropped the bar, and then rhythmically brought the bar back up and did a full hang clean with it. So that's kind of like my inspiration for doing this with the snatch. You do the snatch pull and then immediately drop the bar back down and do a low hang snatch, and then you fill it up with a overhead squat. I really like this complex, and I feel like introducing this over time is going to really help me with rhythm, timing, and also confidence in the snatch. Because if I know that I can snatch, and then if I can snatch pull and then immediately go straight into a full snatch with, let's say, 80% of my 1RM, and then do an overhead squat with it, it's a great way to get a significant amount of volume in for the snatch in basically one exercise, all in one go, all in one complex. So I worked up to a top set of 80 kilos here with this, which was surprisingly a lot heavier than I thought I'd be able to do. So I then, after the second set, this is the second set here, I decided that I'd jump up to 85, but I feel like oftentimes when I go too heavy on like a hang snatch variant, especially low hang snatch, I really tend to let the bar pull me too far forwards, and because I then get off balance in that bottom position, so you can see me here getting off balance here, just lost it out front. So I went back down to 80 kilos and then repeated the rep. A little bit wobbly in the elbows, but it's training. I really enjoyed this complex, and I can see how doing this, even as a variant for the clean as well, will also benefit my weightlifting performance over time. So for the clean complex today, it was power cleans. So it was a power clean from the floor, followed by a high hang power clean, immediately followed by one jerk. In the warm-up sets, I did 2 jerks just to get a little bit of extra volume in, trying to make sure that I'm as stable as possible in that catch and making sure that my footwork is solid at least. You can try and aim for perfection in the jerk, but if you're always in your head trying to make sure that every single rep is perfect, then it's never going to go the way you want it to, and you're just going to become too neurotically obsessed with having perfect form. Just make sure that you get enough reps in, and you're adjusting your form accordingly over time, but not obsessing over either. Just the most important thing really is getting enough volume in with practicing the movements so that you can then become better at them over time. And I think that then the form will eventually take care of itself, and you'll find what form works best for you, your anatomy, your specific leverages, and also your specific idiosyncrasies when it comes to training and the way that you understand the lifts and how they work for you. So top set here was 90 kilos. I probably could have increased the weight a little bit more, but I was actually quite happy with how 90 was feeling in terms of intensity, difficulty of the lifts, and also bearing in mind that I was following this up with front squats. I didn't want to push it too hard. So front squats, I was doing sets of 5. I believe I did 3 sets of 5 on the top set with 110 kilos. Definitely not the heaviest I've been front squatting in a while, but hey, you gotta work with where you're at. I'm not gonna try and overload the bar and just mess up my form on the front squats. Ideally, if I'm going to be trying to hit a 140 clean and jerk, I think my front squat's going to have to be in the region of 160 for at least a triple, quite consistently, maybe even 150 for a triple. And my current max is 140, and currently the state I'm in right now is probably even less than that, maybe even like 130, 135. So we've got a lot of work to do on front squats. We've got a long way to go before we're actually at that standard, but whether that's capable in a year is somewhat questionable. Who knows? We'll have to see. I'm intrigued to see if it is possible, if that much gain is possible in a year, while also improving my vertical jump ability and my sprinting capacity. That's another thing I have to factor into my training and my programming is, do some of my goals interfere with one another? You know, is training to become maximally strong and powerful for weightlifting? How well does that transfer, or how much does that interfere with training for maxing out my my speed, my elasticity, and my power for jumping and sprinting? It's a good question, and it's something that, again, I'm going to have to answer for myself as I go on with training, because I don't know if there is any other people that are training the way that I am training right now. I'm trying to focus on the things that I am focusing on, trying to become as best as possible at weightlifting, at vertical jump, and at sprinting. Anyway, that is pretty much a full summary of the workout and all the thoughts kind of going through my head with my programming right now. I appreciate the view again. I hope you guys are getting some value out of my content, and I'm inspiring and hopefully, inspiring you guys to train athletically also. Not just feel like you have to be tied into doing one thing, because that's what everyone else is doing. Find your unique balance of athletic sports that you find interesting, and then go and train them to your heart's content. Thank you guys very much for watching, and most importantly, stay athletic.